All right, what up, YouTube? Back at y'all in the episode of No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And let's get into this game review, and my thoughts on what I thought about the game versus the Panthers week 2. Of course, I thought it was going to be a nip and tuck game, in traditional Saints fashion. It went down to the wire. Can't be comfortable. You needed your high blood pressure pills, you needed your you needed your liquor, you needed your carton of cigarettes or two, going through 2-3 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't never just have a comfortable game where we just watch our team do their thing and handle business, no matter what. It just gotta be edge of your seat, sweaty palms, butt cheeks clenched, a butt cheeks clenched watch, man. It just can't never be comfortable. But let me go ahead on and get into the game, man. I think what hunted us this game was Reds on offense. Reds on offense hunted us this game, and I thought it was going to bite us in the butt at the end of the game, and we was going to just lose. And that's how we was losing last year, man. A lot of points we left off the board, man. When we get in the red zone, especially with this defense, we got to cash in, That way, the defense just ain't got to just play with so much pressure on it. Like, yeah, the defense is good. I feel like we're a defensive team. I feel like we're a balanced team, but the offense just ain't catch up with the defense yet because the defense pretty much, they've been playing together for some years now. And, we revamped the defensive line. But other than that, the defense pretty much been playing together for some years, and they all know each other. And Dennis Allen just got a grip on that defense real good. But the offense, it's a lot of new pieces, and, they still figuring it out. And, I feel like the offense was really struggling with the offense. I feel like only that one preseason drive was making us struggle. Like, I feel like, yeah, when it comes to preseason, it's best to, not play your starters as much. But when you got a new quarterback and he got to get acclimated to his wide receivers and he got to get acclimated to his old linemen and get the timing right, get the chemistry right, start being, get well accustomed to his offensive coordinator and the schemes and things, you got to have more than one drive in the preseason, especially since it's only 3 preseason games now. Like, you got to have more than one drive. And I think that first one drive that we had versus the Chiefs really hurting us right now. And I also feel like Trevor Penning should be a right tackle and Ryan Ramczyk should be a left tackle. I feel like if we would have just put Trevor Penning on the right and put Ramczyk on the left, as soon as we drafted Penning, would have been much more ahead of the schedule right now as far as the O-line go. That's just me. Other people say we shouldn't move Ram because Ram is just an all-pro right tackle. But after that injury, I don't think Ram is just going to be all-pro level anymore. So I still think he'll do better at left tackle and protect your quarterback blind side. That's just me. After Teron left, I just think that was the smartest thing we could have did. And I think he has incentives in his contract for playing at left tackle a certain amount of times. Maybe that's the case, and they just want to save money. But anyway, I think that us not having the joint practice with the Texans, I think that has a lot to do with it too. Like, missing out on joint practice with the Texans because they canceled out because they said they was having injuries really hurt us. Like, that hurt us from having multiple snaps with Trevor Penning. Valuable reps with Trevor Penning, valuable reps with, getting chemistry with, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, all these guys in the red zone, and Derek Carr struggles in the red zone. That was his biggest criticism coming in. Jameis Jameis is good in the red zone, and Jameis is good with the deep ball. I think Derek Carr could do better with the deep ball, leading on his receivers more. But all that got to do with timing too, I believe. But yeah, man, those valuable reps that we missed out with the Texans and not getting those joint practices, and I think that hurt us. And by us not having those joint practices, I think that we definitely should have played against the Texans with our first team. So I think we left a lot of points off the board in the red zone. It was like a 3rd and 2 we called the timeout because the clock was running down. I think we definitely should have converted on that, especially if we gonna burn a timeout. I think we should have just used Taysom. Taysom was running all up and down on people, and at the like maybe mid third quarter, I think they was just getting gashed. I think they was getting gashed, and I think they was tired, and we left our foot off the brake on them. You know, Tony Jones Jr. he played a pretty decent game. Thank God that he ran those touchdowns in for us. But other than that, I feel like we got Jimmy Graham on his team, and we left out a roster spot for somebody else. Like I feel like whoever that person that we left out that roster spot for, I feel like maybe they probably wouldn't be as productive, but we gotta be more productive with Jimmy Graham. Like we gotta use him in the red zone. Like this dude is just a mismatch, and I feel like teams will start, shading coverage towards him and just trying to stop him, and that's gonna open up somebody else. Like we gotta at least have him out there on the field and just lined up. Period. Just for like shadowing purposes. Like they're gonna shade the coverage towards him, and you gonna have to pick your poison out of stopping Mike Thomas, Jimmy Graham, and then I think we left points off the board when we was, I think it was like our first time in the red zone, and we didn't help chip block for Trevor Penning, and I think, they got a sack on us, or they stopped us, and we just was like, we was just like right there, and it was just so happened we was helping out Trevor Penning a lot, but until that moment, that's when we stopped it, when we needed that on the money down, on third down. So, yeah, man, we got to still just figure out a way where we going to be able to, cash it in this red zone. I think that's one of the main things that hurt us tonight. Another thing that hurt us tonight was, I guess, we left too much soft coverage in that last drive they had for that touchdown. Like that could have easily changed the game. If they had recovered on that onside kick, we could have been talking about a whole different game right now. Like we beat Atlanta last year because Atlanta started playing soft coverage towards the end of the game when they thought they had the game wrapped up in the bag. Like we should have just been playing press or whatever coverage we was rolling out with. We should have been sticking to that same regime. Like we should have been sticking to that same system. Like don't give the team hope because they got that touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion. They just ain't get the onside kick. Now if they'd have got that onside kick, momentum would have been swung in their favor. And I'm pretty sure they would have hit a Debo, with a deep shot. I'm pretty sure they would have hit a Debo with a deep shot, and that'll just hurt everybody's heart because 9 times out of 10, a Debo probably would have, got the pressure on him and just froze up and then just got a flag. Or they'd have just been quick to throw the flag on him, even if it would have been ticky-tack because they've been doing it all game. So I feel like a Debo, he really has to step up next game. I feel like May has to step up next game. May, he gave up that long pass to get them down there to score the touchdown. And May just, I don't know what he was doing. He was just sleepwalking. I'm talking about just sleepwalking. Just let Bryce Young run right past him. You know what I'm saying? And that just gave them more life when Bryce Young just ran for that long first down right up the middle. Man, this dude was just sleepwalking, and we just get on Marcus Williams all the time for his tackling. Like, good in coverage, but his tackling, man. But Marcus May supposed to be the better tackler than him, man. Look what he just go ahead on and do. Like, plays like that really just get me upset, bro. It's just like, man, where's the energy at? Like, where's the passion at? Where's the you got to be out there playing with your head on fire. Like that's the reason why we used to like Quan Alexander, because Quan Alexander, he used to play with passion. Like it's a reason why we be wanting certain guys to still be on a team. But Alante Taylor, I was hoping that he'll get his first pick. He was the one that gave up the touchdown to Thielen. But other than that, I think he's playing the slot real good. He's making some real good tackles. Like, there's a lot of tackles that he's making that I don't think Roby would be making. So I feel like we made the right decision with that. And credit to Dennis Allen, but credit because Dennis Allen was the guy who put Adebo, on the outside and put Alontae Taylor in the slot. I don't think a Debo will be doing better than a Taylor is on the slot covering all this ground. That's just me personally. So credit to DA for that. Credit to DA for going with Groupie over Lutz. Groupie been looking solid. Lutz ain't been playing all that as well. Credit to DA for getting a new defensive back coach. We're getting more interceptions. I'm surprised we didn't get an interception today, but we've been getting some fumbles. I wish we would have got that one fumble. That could have changed the whole game. But Debo, once again, he had got the flag. I think it was kind of ticky-tack, but he got the flag, and that took away the Brian Brzee fumble recovery. And that was in a stadium that Brian Brzee usually play at. So that was just a moment stripped away from that kid. Like, I feel so bad that he didn't get that fumble. And I think that really would have swung the momentum in our favor because they'd have been one-dimensional, way more earlier than they wanted to be. And that could have really shifted the game. And I think that could have caused us to get another turnover for a pick. So, and maybe Derek Carr could have, scored in the red zone right there, because the momentum would have just swung in our favor so much. Like, sometimes with these games, bro, it come down to momentum and it come down to moments. Like, certain moments you got to just take advantage of. And I felt like that was a moment that was just stripped away from us right there, all because of a flag. And it was weird when that flag happened because it's like, they ain't really just call it a flag. They ain't say what happened. They ain't really show no replay until 2 minutes afterwards. Like, it was just weird. But, it is what it is. Another thing that I think that we got to work on maybe is, I guess some type of, like, ways to get Taysom implicated more. We went to him a lot, but I think we could get him implicated more in the red zone. Like, I want him to get implicated in the red zone because I feel like if we use him in the red zone more, that'll take the pressure off of Derek Carr more. And we ain't just got to worry about a lot of stuff because I don't think people could really just stop Taysom Hill like that. Like to me, if we just use him more in the red zone, that'll be good. But I do think we swapped them out a lot today. Maybe that got something to do with Derek Carr, not getting into a rhythm, going on the sideline like that. This something Derek Carr not really used to. Well, I think they did that with Marcus Mariota. I believe Marcus Mariota played for the Raiders, so I guess he is kind of used to it. But, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Pete Carmichael, I think he's doing a pretty good job. I think the offense, though, I just think it's chemistry and timing together, and I just think it's the O-line. I think that's our biggest culprits. That's our biggest culprits thus far. If we could just get those pieces clicking, I think this is going to be a real good team. I mean, I'm talking about up there with the likes of Dallas, up there with the likes of Philly and the 49ers. Like, we chasing them. Like, those are the cream of the crop in the NFC, and it's no secret. So if we want to be good, we got to get better with O-line play. We got to get better with chemistry and timing with the quarterbacks and the receivers. It's only one more game that Alvin got. I think Alvin gonna make a whole lot of difference to this offense once he get back. I think the red zone is gonna be better with Alvin in it. I think the run plays are gonna be better with Alvin in it. I just think a lot gonna be better, and I think certain guys are gonna get more. It's gonna open up other options for other guys. So, yeah, man. One more game for Alvin, and let's not. Let's not look over the fact that we just played the best run defense in week 1, and then week 2 we played a very good defense, like with good linebackers. Like, this Saints offense, it always had trouble, with good athletic linebackers, and the Panthers got some good athletic linebackers. So we got the Packers next. The Packers, they're a pretty decent defense, but they're no way as good as the Titans and the Panthers, in my opinion. So I feel like our run game should be better that game, and I feel like Derek Carr looked better that game. A lot of people talking about Derek Carr, they looking good. Jameis Winston just as good. Jameis Winston is better than him. They don't see a difference. Well, I already told y'all, I think Derek Carr is just a little bit better than Jameis Winston. I think Jameis got a better deep ball, but I think Derek Carr is better with pre-snap. Like, he could adjust pre-snap. And I think Jameis is better in the red zone. And I think I think Derek Carr, he better when it come to moving. Like when he escape out the pocket, I feel like he got more pocket poise. And like when he escape out the pocket, I feel like he got better wheels. Like he a little bit more faster than Jameis to me. But, you got to take the good with the bad with both of them. So, they giving the keys to the car right now. So that's what we got to roll with. But I do want the car to get better with these deep balls. But like I said, that's going to come with timing and it's going to come with chemistry. But at the end of the day, I feel like shit, man. Just throw that thing up out there. Just sling that thing. But yeah, man, that's what I think about this game. It was a game that we just barely got up out of there with the win, but I'll take it anyway, man. A win is a win. This team last year that we was rolling out with all the injuries that we had, we definitely would have lost this game. This definitely would have been the game we'd have lost. So I'll take a win any way we could get it. And it was a division win. And the Panthers are 0-2 now. So if the Panthers be the worst in the division and they have a high draft pick, you know the good thing about the Panthers having that high draft pick? They not going to draft Caleb Williams. So that's the good thing about it. Next game, we got the Packers. We got Jordan Love. We about to really see what we made out of coming on this road. We about to really see. Because I don't know, man. It look like we're going to have to call up for another running back. Maybe we get Darrell Williams. Or maybe I don't think we're going to sign Hunt. Not for no one game until Alvin come back. I just think we're going to have to just roll with Kirk Merritt, Darrell Williams, hopefully Kendrick Miller be up for that game. So we're going to see. But I don't know if Jamal Williams is going to play. And it's crazy because that used to be Jamal's old team. And I think that could have been like a good revenge game for him on a new team. Because, he went to the Lions, but now he on the Saints. So he would like to stick it to him on two different teams. So I don't know, man. Hopefully, Jamal Williams come back soon. But all in all, I can't ask for better for 2-0. Sometimes ugly wins are good because it teaches your team how to win those ugly games, and fight. Any team could win when everything going right, but can you win when everything not going so right? So, yeah, man, let me know what y'all guys think down in the comment section below, though. I've been talking way too long, but it was a lot to get off my chest.